Yo, what is up? We're back today for another quick video. Today I have a 6-mile speed workout, which is going to be fun. My legs are still kind of a little bit heavy from yesterday, so we will see how this goes. Essentially what it's going to be is 6 miles with 3 by 6 minute intervals at 6:20 to 6:30 pace. So I think what I'm going to do is do a mile warm up, do the first interval, another mile, second interval, another mile, third interval, and then the cool down is just going to be however much we have left until we get around 6 miles. So I'm still actually trying to figure out where I'm going to go for this interval and this speed workout, because I'd like somewhere kind of flat and pretty quiet, not too busy, because I don't really want to get stopped at like stoplights and stuff. So I don't really want to be worrying about like cars and everything. I'm trying to just like go. So I'm trying to think where I could go. I could run where I went yesterday, but I kind of want to try something different. But after speed workout today, I'm going to go and do about an hour on the bike and then do a little leg workout just to make sure that my legs, they're staying strong, they're not losing a bunch of muscle. I anticipate I'll lose a little bit, but I'm trying to maintain as much as I can because I know how important having strong legs is for a marathon, especially once you hit the later stages and you really start hurting. It's going to be important to have strong legs for that. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good today. Obviously legs are a little heavy. I slept well though, so I'm looking forward to this run. It is pretty cold out. Once again, I probably wouldn't mind doing this workout on the treadmill, though we're going to have to go out. 20-degree day. Get this run out. We're going to hammer it though. It's going to be good. We're going to have some fun. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right. We are currently walking to the top of the hill right now. I mentioned this before, but there's a big hill next to my house. And I always like to start the runs by just walking to the top of the hill before I start, just so I don't start the run absolutely dead. Getting close to it here. Hoping this workout goes well. I just figured out where I'm going to go. Hoping it goes well. Should be hopefully pretty flat. We will see. Without further ado, let's get into it. About to get into this first interval right now. Just wrapped up that first interval. It actually felt, believe it or not too bad at all. I know I'm kind of gasping right now, but it actually felt pretty comfortable. So now I just have a 1 mile recovery. We'll take this one nice and easy. All right, gotta hop into the second interval. All right, just wrapped up the second interval. That one felt a little bit more tough, but I was actually pushing the pace a bit more. My watch is telling me to slow down a bit at some points. I was like going sub 6, and there's a decent amount of hills for that interval, but I'm really pleased with how that second one went. Now I just got a mile to recover for the last interval.
gradual hill, so we'll see how we compare. Alright, just wrapped up interval 3. That was pretty tricky. A lot of hills during that interval, but we got it done. I think the workout's gonna run a little bit longer, so it'll probably be closer to 7 miles rather than 6, but that's alright. Gonna take it nice and easy this last mile, and then we'll get a little cool down walk in. Just wrapped up the run. Ended up being 7.5 miles. The plan was only 6, but I did a little loop, and that took me out a little bit further than I expected, so I went a little bit long. But that's alright. I think I might just shorten one of my easy runs later in the week a little bit, just to compensate for that. But that actually felt really good. The run was just over an hour long. Let me look at the stats real quick. 7:56 average pace. Whew. 154 average heart rate. I'm really happy with how the intervals went, actually. It ended up being, it was 3 by 6 minutes. So it ended up being like just a little under 3 by a mile. I was getting like 0.95, 0.96 on the 6-minute intervals. So that meant I was probably going around 6:10, 6:20-ish for the intervals, which is really good. I'm super happy with that. And I'm really happy with the effort as well. That run, yeah, it was tough, but it didn't really feel too laborious. So really happy with how that went. I'm gonna get inside right now, and I think I'll chat with you guys a little bit.
Alright, we are back from the run. That felt super good. Right now though, I am going to head for the bike a little bit. I'm gonna do a little cool down on there, and then get a little leg workout in and some stretching. Once again, like yesterday, I don't think I'm gonna film any of that. I want to try and keep these videos to running as much as possible. Maybe a little bit later we'll throw in some lifting, and once we're done with the marathon prep, I'll absolutely throw some more biking stuff in there. But for now, we're just going to keep it running focused as much as I can. That workout was awesome. Super great. Felt awesome just to get out there and just hammer it and just push myself. And like I talked about yesterday, I just need to be grateful. You need to be fortunate to be able to do hard things and to be able to push yourself whenever you want to, because there are so many people out there who would do anything to be in your shoes and to be able to go out and push themselves, go for a run, go for a bike ride, but they just don't have that ability. And you, myself, and many others are super privileged to be able to have the ability to go outside and just rip it and just run and bike and do whatever. And we take it for granted a lot of the time. And like I mentioned yesterday, I'm really going to make it a point to not take things for granted and to be grateful to be in the position I am, to be able to push myself each and every day, because that's what I love to do. So on that note, I think I'm going to end it here for today. I'm trying to think about if there's anything else I want to talk about. Tomorrow I'm not going to be running, so there's going to be no video tomorrow. I'll probably film on Thursday, and then we'll see about the long run later this week. I may or may not film that. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope it was entertaining. Hope I edited up nice and fun for you guys. But on that note, I'm going to call it a day here. I'm going to get to the bike, and we will see you guys in a bit.